Hi everybody, and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Goth Tarot. And this is my weekly exploration into the shadow side of life, the things that depress or haunt us, the possible solutions, or the things we should consider, ruminate on in our broodiness that we are as Goth people. So, the basis of the current reading is around the Santa Muerte Tarot, and I'm using the Magic 7 or Mystic 7 spread of 7 cards with 2 interlocking ascending and descending triangles as the basis for the reading. So without further ado, we will turn to the Santa Muerte Tarot to begin the first pyramid. The first pyramid is constructed entirely from the Santa Muerte Tarot. The second pyramid has input from 3 other decks. Make that 4. We conclude with a shadow work affirmation from the Earth and Bone Oracle cards. And I have decided to use a little bit of sound energy, sound vibrations for us as we create the pyramids and move to the shadow work. So I'm going to use my octave chimes. All right, so the dark design, the overall environment, the kind of influences or energies that are present at this time. It's the Queen of Pentacles, and she's upright. So overall, this is a pretty good time. This is a time for many creative or growthful kinds of projects to be around. And so in the Goth context, this would mean that your own designation or your own rapport with the feelings of darkness around you are kind of reflected in what you are able to create at this time, the things you involve yourself in. The next card is the Dark Drama. And the dark drama is the influences of others, what people contribute possibly to your feelings or your actions. And it's the Ace of Swords, and it's upright. So the Ace of Swords, the influence of others, people may be trying to bring you along with them on a new beginning that involves a spirited undertaking of some sort. It could be related to learning skills or advance in some way. In the Goth context, we could be seeing ourselves meeting with secret societies or groups of people who share our same interest. These forces or these people, wherever they come from, they're mostly beneficial because they're urging us to be involved, to not necessarily just be aloof, but as a Goth person, to be proud of what we can achieve. So the next card is the Dark Destiny, and it is basically how we move forward. And it's the major archetype 11, Judgment. So moving forward, it's justice and not judgment, I'm sorry. We may find that we achieve an equilibrium between our own Goth nature, personality, essence, beliefs, drives, or motivations, and our interactions in society that may be based on human rights, civil rights, freedom of right to believe, freedom of right to meet. In the Goth context, this could be saying that, and I do believe this is definitely collective, there could be something spurring now. You know, we are moving towards Imbolc, the quickening, that is beneficial or brings a sense of justice to those of us, all of us, who operate or live or are within marginalized communities. It's not just Goth people, it may be other sorts of magical, pagan, LBGQT people, differently abled people, people of color, of course, women. So I think that's very interesting, and I wonder if it's tied into the fact that there are things happening that kind of are solidifying our movements or our sense of our movements, bringing others into our sphere, and then saying, here's what we need to do. So that was our first pyramid. And so now we're moving on to the second pyramid, which is characterized by the use of other cards and to some degree may have counter thoughts for the points that were on the first pyramid. What does he mean? Well, the fourth position is the dark shadows. What are the things that still haunt us? And it's taken from the Goth Tarot, which was exactly how this appeared before in a previous iteration of Goth Tarot. What kind of things still haunt us, even as we see ourselves in this current time frame moving towards practical achievement of our goals or desires? The dark shadows, what haunts us? It's the reversed Eight of Pentacles. What haunts us? The idea that we feel that maybe these things will not be achieved, that our work will be in vain, will not be recognized, will not be acknowledged, or at the very worst, is unable to continue. And maybe what haunts us about that is that because we lose our motivation, because we lose the things that are most important to us in terms of how we see ourselves carrying on, staying with it. A loss so great that it breaks our heart, makes us not want to fulfill. So now we must know what the dark truth is. From the Night Sun Tarot, the actual reality. And you know, some forces say we're doing good, but our feelings are not quite in tune yet. We're haunted by feelings of regret or defeat that maybe are paralyzing us before we even begin. So what is that dark truth? What is the reality that we should accept? But knowing it perhaps still offers us a measure of finding the change. The dark truth. This is why I love doing dark tarot, Goth Tarot, because using the multiple decks, sometimes another card may come out that provides an emphasis because it's the same card that came earlier from a different deck. And so we have from the Night Sun Tarot, Justice reversed. The dark truth, Justice reversed. Goes right underneath Justice upright. Folks, you can't make this happen in reality. You really can't. The dark truth is literally adjacent to the dark destiny. What we must accept is that that destiny may end up being corrupted. You know, it's easy to see if this is talking about, like I possibly believe, more acceptance and less marginalization for minority type groups, diversity groups. We may have to accept that it isn't totally real, that there'll still be a lot of fights against it. Changing the paradigms of society is very hard. So now, using my rather new black tarot, I'm going to ask for the next part of the pyramid, card 6. What is the dark twist? What thing of destiny or unexpectedness can happen? Whether or not it's a game changer, it may give us pause to consider all of this. It's gotta be a strange twist of fate, telling me that heaven can wait. Sorry about that. Rest in peace, Olivia Newton. What is the dark twist? The dark twist is love. The Two of Cups, upright. Oops, goes there. Almost forgot. And it's juxtaposed against, or adjacent to, the Ace of Swords. So they're both upright. That's kind of good. But the dark twist comes with maybe a new partnership, or reforging or re-inspiration, reigniting the flames of another partnership that provides the idea of total trust, perfect trust and love, as Wiccans say. But any other analogy works fine. The dark twist, something coming perhaps unexpected, but bringing so much sense of love and harmony and complete trust that you know this is a partner that will help through this whole schematic going on here, whether it's trying to bring out better positivity for the marginalized groups, bolstering the sense of justice and injustice, righting these wrongs, forging ahead. So with all of that, I can only ask now, what is our dark gift? What gift will make all of this possible, or at least show us that? Whoops. You know, I almost feel like you should be the one. Yes, you fell out. You were meant to. So that's the Crow's Magic Tarot, which I typically use in other iterations of Goth Tarot for the dark gift. And what has fallen? the Page of Cups. Unearthly, mystical. Completing our pyramid, the dark gift is relying upon our true core of mystical insight, intuition, abilities to let us know the truth of the partnerships that are coming. To understand how to deal with what haunts us. The weird justice, anti-justice that we can either accept or continue to work to change regardless of where we really think it will go. So now I think it's time for us to do our shadow work. And as I mentioned before, I use the Earth and Bone Oracle. It's a new oracle that Banshee got for me. And these are things to consider as affirmations or the thoughts about what is expressed here that could be applied to your own shadow work if you wish. I think it very much suits the other cards, especially the Santa Muerte Tarot. Time. Number 20, number 2. Planning, making decisions, leaving comfort, taking risks. Do everything you want to do before your time is up. Live the life you want. Don't wait for anyone or anything. Think about that reading. Don't get to the end of the road with any regrets. If there's something you want to do, then do it. Stop waiting for the right time. Now is the right time. Less thinking, more doing. Stop fearing the unknown. Stop doubting and start imagining all the positive probabilities. Nothing is set in stone. Have the courage and willpower to try. The universe and your spirit guides have your back. Your spirit team wants the best for you. They want you to enjoy this life to the fullest. Lessons are presented to you that you must learn so that your dreams and desires can align perfectly. Go through what you need to experience and feel. Learn to heal. Going through it is the only way to get what you want. Make positive changes if you aren't happy. You hold the power for your own happiness. Exude gratitude and it will all work out. And now the affirmation. I give myself experience to thrive. I am attracting high vibrational experiences into my life. So that's Goth Tarot for this week, and I thank you all for coming. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. It was pretty good in my opinion. Take care, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.